Welcome to Sports News, and thank you for joining us on the news at 10. 4 schools are through to the quarterfinals of the Channels National Kids Cup. About a municipal government primary school in Oyo State, Dr. Taslim Elias in Lagos, another Lagos school, Toyibat and Nana, all got 6 points in day 2 of the competition.
This is the first game of the day, St. Anthony School, Ondo. Of course,
IMG Primary School Ibadan was the first side to book a spot in the last 8 of the Channels National Kids Cup after a 5-1 thrashing of St. Anthony's Primary School.
Beats him nicely as Midowu Kodri. Good move.
Ebonoluwa Damilare was on the score sheet in day 1, opened the flood of goals for the Ibadan-based team. A consolation goal from Chinedu Nwosu was not enough to save the team from Ondo State.
With a free kick, and it's well taken. If this will be goal number 5, Oladipo steps up and scores. Scores beautifully.
Osun State is the first team to crash out of this year's tournament. First Baptist suffered a second defeat when it went down 2-4 to Kwara State's Bishop Smith.
And it's a goal. And of course, another long clearance. Ball is in play. It finds his man nicely. That should be a goal. And that's it. Playing 8 players against an 11 team. Mohamed with the ball. And that's a good goal. And the referee signals.
Defending champion Delta State, though fielding a new team in this year's competition, defeated School Road Abia State 3-0 to progress.
And that is it. Goal number 2 coming to Delta. That as number 8 for Delta came out. And this Delta making it goal number 3. Goal number 3.
And we have the final round of games.
Unifrance Nursery and Primary School, Lagos First Research Model Primary School, Kaduna, to a 1-1 draw to keep Group D wide open as both teams have 4 points.
And here comes Kaduna with a chance! And the camel's back has been broken at long last as Kaduna has taken the lead.
Game, Kaduna will have the advantage going into, but Unifrance, and they have the equalizer.
Lovely equalizer for Unifrance of Lagos. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen.
At the end of day 2, 29 goals were scored, while 2 yellow cards was given out.
Both teams are tactically balanced, and if you look at the way they play, they play good.
Consent, and it has been very, very...
Flying Eagles coach Manu Garba plans several changes to his starting 11 for Saturday's 2015 African Youth Championship qualifier against Tanzania in Kaduna. Coach Garba is now most likely to start Abubakar Aliyu ahead of Izu Omego in the heart of the defense alongside Wilfred Ndidi. He will also have to decide on whether to start FC Porto forward Chidera Eze ahead of Al-Hassan Ibrahim. The Nigeria under-20 team beat their Tanzanian counterparts 2-0 in Dar es Salaam a fortnight ago. And in tennis, the draws for the 2014 French Tennis Open have been made. Defending champion Rafael Nadal will play American wildcard Robbie Ginepri first up and could meet exciting young Australian Dominic Thiem in the second round. Britain's Andy Murray will play world number 55 Andrei Golubev in the first round of the French Open. Murray was placed in the same half of the draw as 8-time champion Nadal, while Australian Open champion Stanislav Wawrinka is a potential quarterfinal opponent. Second seed Novak Djokovic will play João Sousa of Portugal, while Roger Federer, his potential semi-final opponent, will play Lucas Wacko. And in the women's draw, reigning champion Serena Williams plays France's Alizé Lim, and Williams could play Sister Venus in the third round, who has a very tricky opener against 17-year-old Swiss Belinda Bencic, last year's junior champion. The women's second seed Li Na meets French women's Kristina Ladanovic in round 1. Play of the second Grand Slam of the year begins at Roland Garros on Sunday.
During the time, I really didn't think about how many firsts I was making. But when I was going to the press conference, they said, "Oh, you're always the first one." I was like, "Wow, feeling pretty good," when they say that. Because I know, times in China only very short time, and I was really happy we can doing well, especially after winning the Australia Open. I was feeling, I was a little bit worried, maybe I had the same thing like French Open, but I was really happy.
Women's World Second seed Li Na from China. That's it on Sports News. The news at 10 continues shortly.
Over now to the foreign scene, and the Rwandan President Paul Kagame has criticized the Paris meeting between West African leaders and the French President François Hollande to end the Boko Haram insurgency. Mr. Kagame, who spoke on the British Broadcasting Corporation's program Focus on Africa, said the solution to ending the insurgency in Africa does not lie outside of the continent. He also said that it's unhealthy for African leaders to wait for outsiders to convene a meeting to address purely African problems. Mr. Kagame challenged them to put on their thinking caps and find a lasting solution to the problem instead of jetting off to Europe for what he described as a photo opportunity. Staying with the foreign scene, and Thailand's ex-Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra and a number of family members and politicians have been detained as leaders of a military coup tighten their grip on power. Here's Cynthia Ayer with more.
Well, that was indeed the case, and Ms. Yingluck, as well as other members of the deposed government, were ordered to report to the military. She was kept for several hours and then taken to an undisclosed location. Then Russia's President Vladimir Putin has said he will respect the outcome of Ukraine's presidential election. Speaking in St. Petersburg, he said Russia was prepared to work with whoever was elected Ukraine's president in Sunday's vote. Also today, the International Criminal Court has sentenced ex-Congolese militia leader Germain Katanga to 12 years in prison for aiding and abetting war crimes. Katanga was found guilty in March, only the second person to be convicted by the Netherlands-based court. He's said to be behind the 2003 massacre of hundreds of villages in the northeast of the Democratic Republic of Congo. And firefighters are continuing to fight a major blaze at the A-listed Glasgow School of Art, and that's one of Scotland's most iconic buildings. The fire appeared to have started when a projector exploded in the basement of the Charles Rennie Mackintosh building just before 12:30 local time. Sadly, it is feared that large parts of the art school have been destroyed. Finally, a court in New York has sentenced former Guatemalan President Alfonso Portillo to 5 years and 10 months in jail for taking bribes from Taiwan. Portillo, who was extradited to the United States last year, has also been ordered to pay a $2.5 million fine. And those are the top stories on the foreign scene.
Well, thanks a lot, Cynthia. And on entertainment news tonight, music sensation Iyanya is set to release Evolution. Here's Mayowa Gundele with the rest. On entertainment tonight, Phyno continues to show his love for the streets with his new music video, Alobam. The music video, which was shot in Festac, Lagos, featured a No Guts, No Glory rapper in different street locations. The video is directed by Clarence Peters for Capitol Hills. Still on new music, former Empire Mates Entertainment artist Scales is forging on with his musical career with the release of a new track, Obi, weeks after being expelled from the Banky W-led EME. The new track, which is debuted on the OHK Entertainment, features Scales' new music associate, Dre Beats. Also, Nigerian pop star Iyanya and management of his Made Men music group have announced a planned arrival of a group album with label mates. The compilation album titled Evolution will feature Triple MG recording artists including Wantaway, Emanara, Basti, Techno, and Stele Bobo. To Nollywood now, popular Sound City VJ Moet Abebe is set to make a Nollywood debut as Movie Moments reports she's currently on the movie set
trying her hands on acting. Popular Nollywood producer Isong is currently in South Africa taking her first role in the director's chair. This is coming pretty much after news spread that the actress had undergone professional training in movie directing. The film, which will feature Majid Mikel and Alex Ekubo, is titled Champagne. Well, that's it on entertainment. Thank you for watching.
Thanks a lot, Maya. And the main news again. The federal government has promised to fully implement the 2014 budget despite a delay in signing the document into law. Giving the breakdown of the 2014 budget today, the Minister of Finance, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, said defense got the sum of 130 billion naira between January and April. And President Jonathan has arrived in South Africa, where he is expected to hold talks tomorrow with President Jacob Zuma and 10 other African leaders on how to deal with the problem of insurgency on the continent. Well, that's the news at 10 tonight. Thanks a lot for staying with us. Metrofile is up next, followed by Focus on Africa. For now, do have a great weekend. I'm Ijoma Bunyato. Good night.